ready for the world's greatest adventure? The FFP World Tour 2026. A year-long journey to 36 destinations, packed with fitness, sports, wellness, and unforgettable adventures. Each destination will be under the spotlight. 10 days of activations, events, challenges, and your chance to connect with like-minded people. The tour is led by the Chief Adventure Officer, who will travel the world for 12 months, discovering, exploring, and sharing the best experiences along the way. The CAO will be joined by 100 ambassadors throughout the world to connect with the people and inspire their city. Want to get involved? Simply register as a user or a member on our website or tag FFPTravels when posting content of the places you visit and the people you meet. It's that easy. This is more than just a tour. This is the world's greatest adventure.
Hey guys, welcome along to today's show, FFP Travel Daily Live Show. We're coming to you from Cairns, and coming up in today's show, we've got a whole lot of things for you. It's packed. We've got fitness, we've got sports, we've got wellness, and we've got adventure. We've even got a few insights and facts about maybe that can help you develop your career, or simply, if you're an enthusiast and you love to get out there, you'll be able to do that. So we've got some things about longevity, how to increase your lifespan, not necessarily the number of years, but more so the amount of activity that you can have throughout the years. We're going to talk a bit about sprinting today, because sports was a big thing that happened over the weekend, and it is a Tuesday, so it's still good for sports as well. We're going to talk about adventure as well. Adventure is a big growing space, and so you want to understand what's happening with adventure in today's show, just kind of what people are doing and how you can get involved. It'll be very, very cool to have you join that and be involved in that. And stay tuned. We're going to have a little bit of a giveaway for you guys as well throughout today's show. But let's kick into it. Let's get into the fitness. All right, we got lots of good fitness news for you. Obviously, been into fitness for quite a while, loving fitness. In fact, my career was based on fitness. Worked for Les Mills, did personal training, trained trainers, trained coaches, facilitated, did presentations and stuff like that. So absolutely love fitness. And the reason I bring that one up is because our first bit of news for today, fitness, is that now it's been recorded that over 200 people have a gym or fitness facility membership. This is worldwide. This is incredible. 200 million people worldwide hold a gym membership. To give you more understanding about that, we're talking about the public. Now, of course, with a lot of different spaces and places, there's a lot of these micro gyms or smaller spaces that don't reveal how many people are active, or at least just hold the membership, paying for the membership. But we can say that with the facts that are out there at the moment, over 200 million. Now that's quite substantial when we think about FFP, because we're looking by 2030 simply to involve a community that has 80 million people. And we're talking there's already over 200 million people in the world that have a gym membership. So you imagine all the sports people out there, you imagine all the wellness people out there, you imagine all the adventure people out there, looking well over 1 billion people. So when we talk about our community, we talk about building in the world 1%. That's what we're talking about. So it's pretty cool to see and read about this at the moment. Give you a little more about this one. The Health Fitness Association, HFA in America, formerly known as IHRSA. The reports are about that the revenue's up. There's a number of facilities that are up through 24 to 25. And an expansion as they go further across many of the different countries, and I want to say developing countries. There's a lot of countries out there that are taking fitness on, whether it becomes from they've gone through the bit of being more active, now there have been facilities provide. And later on in the show, we're actually going to talk about some of the opportunities that have been happening for a lot of people as well when it comes to just moving and living a more active lifestyle. So 200 million people in the gym space now, or have a membership. Are you one of them? Yeah. Do you use it? It's the second question I'm going to ask, because a lot of people have gym memberships, but they don't use it. All right. Let us know your thoughts on that. Did you understand? Did you think that was actually the stat? Could you believe it? check in the comment section down below. But yeah, that's massive as far as news we thought. So moving on, outdoor training boom. So not only are there more people in the gyms, there's more people training outdoors. And this simply is everybody seems to be wanting to be more active. Now, I personally think it's because there's more marketing done for products, which has led into more awareness about being active. And when you go into shops, you see everything's like gluten-free or vegan or paleo, or it's natural or low sugar. Like there's so much subliminal marketing out there. I think it's also led to the outdoor training boom. Another thing too is because the economic crisis has literally cut down people's disposable income with their spending, their additional spending. So they've had to move into the outdoor training space, which is a lot more free options, like your cycling, your running, your walking. There's so many more fitness parks. In fact, here in Cairns, there's probably about, I'd say maybe nearly 24 fitness calisthenic parks around the city. It's pretty impressive to see. I didn't realize there's that many here, but they seem to be popping up all over the show. And there's also a lot of kids' playgrounds, which you do see, obviously the adults, they take their kids there, and then you see them, myself included, when I go with my brother's kids, my nieces and nephews, that we go in there and we're just kind of playing around as well. So it's pretty impressive. So this is one that is out of the US. The largest US data sets show outdoor participation hits 55% of the American population for 6-year-olds and over. This is through 2022, but then it's growing by an extra 2%, potentially 57% now of people over the age of 6. There's been multiple surveys done that indicate the preference for exercising outdoors and in spaces over traditional gyms. So it's become like an additional, like calisthenics, parkour. These have become really, really popular as well. And then there's additional information from the World Health Organization. They're looking to push move anywhere, which is again great from FFP's point of view because this is exactly what we're looking to do. It's just make everything more accessible. Fitness, sports, wellness, and adventure. And we've got big worldwide bodies like WHO, the World Health Organization, like URSA or HFA, who are now bringing out more stats. Now, we're going to have stats of our own, and we'll develop those over the next couple of years, but that is massive as far as what we see moving forward, why we do what we do, and the proof is there that people want more opportunities to get out into the real world and just be active and move. So that is super, super cool. But let us know what you think about the outdoor training boom. Are you one of these people that are outdoors training? Do you prefer outdoor training over indoor training or over the gym? Are you into traditional training or are you into that? Let us know. Put in the comment section down below. Yo. Cool. Okay. Moving on longevity. So this one kind of moves in. It's a bit of a wellness but fitness. I'll put this into our fitness section today. Longevity is becoming a big thing for people. So longevity and strength training, they're saying now there's backing that it pushes over 7 to 10 years additional lifespan. Now, I don't know exactly 100% on this one, but I can guarantee that at least with your strength training, and it works for me, that's why I back it and why it's one of our news items, is because strength training allows you to be more active longer and through life. Now, I'm 44, and strength training definitely allows me to play the sports I play, and it allows me to keep up with the younger generation, to be honest, and sometimes outshine them. So, there's some things behind that. So what the science actually shows, multi-cohort studies and meta-analysis links muscle strengthening activity to lower all-cause mortality. Okay, so to lower the all-causes of mortality with a 15 to 27% risk reduction. Yeah, when people do about 1 hour per week of resistance training. So that could be 3 20 minutes, which is usually probably one of the good things, a couple of 30 minutes throughout the week. All right. This is literally looking to maintain muscle mass as muscle does deteriorate as you get older. Okay. It's also showing that combining the strength with aerobic exercises is associated with last risk reduction. All right. In the body. Sorry. So like it helps to prevent injuries, because the muscles are stronger around the joints, okay? We're not talking about the big ones like your big biceps, triceps, shoulders, deltoids, quads, hamstrings, and stuff. We're talking about the other muscles as well, your stability muscles around the joints. And so this again just reduces the risk of injury to you. And so there's massive benefits. Now it's also probably worthy note to say that you should look at exercises that you're using resistance, but you're not using a machine. Now, if you are newer to exercise and you're looking to get the right levers working in the right direction, then yes, you would use machines. But what we're seeing more and more of, and you see this on social media, is that you'll see a lot of like older 80 to 100-year-old people, they're doing strength training with barbells, dumbbells, and things like that, which is pretty, again, super impressive. But by doing that kind of strength training, again, allows the body to, I want to say, I'm going to use this word, be functional in life, okay? Move better because your other stability muscles are working at the same time. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, they say the studies, there's multiple out there that back this 7 to 10 years. But what are your thoughts? What do you think? Does strength training add 7 to 10 years? Have you tried it? Are you a believer? And are you one of those enthusiasts that would preach to others as well? Put it your comments down in the comment section and let us know. That's a wrap on the fitness. Let us know any of those comment sections down below, but we're going to move right into sports. Here we go. All right, all good things come to those that wait. And Jamaica is, well, they've got a new sprint king. I don't know if you saw this at the World Championship, the Athletic World Championships. It was blistering. It was Oblique Civilli. He wins the 100-meter world title. He won it in 9.77 seconds. And not only that, but his comrade, his countryman, came in second. And I'm just trying to remember. Actually, I actually saw the race. Thomas, I can't remember Thomas's first name. He came in close, and then the current world champion Noah, he actually ended up in third. So just a little bit about this. It's been about 10 years since Usain Bolt, the very famous man Usain Bolt, who won back-to-back Olympic medals in different disciplines, the 100, the 200, and 400-meter relay. And so this is the first time that Jamaica has been back on top of the podium, or stands back on top of the mountain since then. So for Jamaica fans, that is huge news. And another worthy note, it was only 0.2, I believe, seconds, or 0.02 seconds difference between Oblique's time and then Usain's time as well on this one. So yeah, the dominance there from the Jamaican sprinters, absolutely phenomenal. And congratulations to them. Are you a sprinter, by the way? Let us know in the comment section. Did you see the race? It wasn't even close between the Jamaicans in third place. They were well out ahead. The yellow was shining bright. Very cool race. Moving on. Kenyan woman smashes 10K barrier. Now, this is the first time in history that a female has gone below the 30-minute mark in a woman's only race. Okay, so there is a different record between a mixed race and a woman's only race. And Agnes Nietzsche breaks the world record, and she does it in a time of 29:27. She did it in Germany. She's from Kenya. And she's the first woman, like I said, to run under 30 minutes in 29:27. They're talking about this one around the running world because they think it's going to redefine the way women run. And the simple reason being is because of, it was like when the 4-minute mile was broken, it was the thing that we couldn't achieve as human beings. And all of a sudden, it was broken. The 4-minute mile was broken. And then next thing you know, everyone's breaking the 4-minute mile. So they believe that this is the start here. So Kenya's Agnes, she's done it for the first time. She's broken under that 30 minutes. And we're probably going to see a whole lot more break that barrier, which is going to be pretty crazy and cool. So yeah, congratulations to Agnes, and let us know your running time. Are you a runner? Do you run? Have you ever run a 10 kilometers an hour? Could you run that in under 30 minutes? It's pretty quick. Yeah, that's smoking, actually. This really is. My 10-minute pace is anywhere between 45 and 55 minutes, sometimes longer if I'm having a bad day. So Yeah, that is super impressive. No runner. And that wraps up all the sports for today. There are other sports out there, so if there are other sports news, put that in the comment section down below. We love to talk sports. We can talk about it in tomorrow's show as well. I know there's so many other things going on, so those are just a couple of the highlights for today in sports. Let's have a look at wellness. So we touched on this before, and in wellness, it's becoming, I think, the bigger craze or the bigger trend. So really wanted to talk about the the trends the trends that are happening in wellness today, because you see it out on the streets, you see it in the supermarkets. There's more health food, there's more supplements, there's more marketing behind longevity and just doing the right thing for your body. So that brings us to our first topic here in wellness, which is wellness as a daily lifestyle. It's pretty cool to see more people going out and walking, more people going to the gym, more people doing resistance, people starting their wellness journey later in life. They get 30, 35, 40, and they're like, or later, and they're like, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to get fitter, healthier, so they can do more, so they can spend more time with their kids, so they can spend more time with their grandchildren, so they can spend more time with their friends, and not just sit there and play cards, but get out and move, which is the crazy thing. So um, it's happening in the older generation and it's happening in the younger generation. There's a lot more now where parents are getting into the outdoors or just movement, and kids are being inspired, they're being motivated. They're in these environments where they simply want to and can move. So it's super, super cool. So there's a couple other things here that we read up about it. The Gen Z and the millennials, they now see wellness as sleep, nutrition, and daily habits, not just what happens on the weekend. It used to be that a lot of youth just go out and party and dance, and that'd be a thing. And don't get me wrong, that still happens. But a lot of youth, Gen Z and millennials, are also turning to the path of joining running groups, joining beach yoga or sunset or sunrise yoga in the weekends, or they just want to go out on retreats, or they want to get and be active in the weekends, which kind of ties into our later story. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see that the younger generation, the older generation, and the health, the population of the world is simply wanting to get fitter and healthier. And there's some stats coming out from different countries that show there is an upward trend. There's no specific stats about that one, but it is trending upwards. And if you just look outside, open your eyes, you'll see more people being active. More people look fitter at an older age. They're like, I can't believe you're 30, I can't believe you're 40, I can't believe you're 50, kind of thing. It's very, very cool to see. I feel like I had another one there. Oh, yes. So this is one of the biggest things. So this kind of builds really nicely into our next one, because this just got released. I think it was through the BBC, and they talked about that now in Japan, that nearly 100,000 people in Japan are over the age of 100. Now, I am still looking for some specifics on this one. And the reason I say that is because there was a bit of how do I put this one? The number. The number. I did see a fact that says it's actually only 999,957 Japanese over the age of 100, which is here nor there. But again, it just shows, and you think about Japanese, their lifestyle, they very much look after themselves, from simple things of being sun protected. They have vitamin D, but not overexpose themselves. They have healthy foods or natural foods as part of their daily living. They have good portion size. You see them doing Tai Chi, you see them doing exercise, you see them doing martial arts. You see them moving all the time. In fact, it's such a technologically advanced space or country, for a country that has so much tech and convenience. It's even more amazing to see how many Japanese remain active, always moving, always looking after their health, always looking after their bodies. And now the stats coming out like this just shows that 100,000 people over the age of 100. And there's also a stat, I can't remember off the top of my head, I'll find it out for everybody, I'll find it out for you, that they say by the year 2030, there should be, I think it was a million. I don't quote me on this one. I thought it was a million. I saw when it comes to over a million people will be over the age of 100, and it was by 2030 or maybe it was 2035, the next 10 years or something like that. Like again, another phenomenal stat, and just shows where the world is trending towards as far as looking after their bodies, their health, and the amount of support out there for us, whether it be from day-to-day habits or from our medicines. So super, super cool. Rock on the Japanese. Love you for what you're doing. Inspiring. And yeah, I mean, that's why one of the blue zones is through Japan as well. So very, very cool. Keep that up. Keep inspiring. Let's move on. Actually, again, let us know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let us know, are you someone who now thinks more about longevity? Are you thinking about living over the age of 100? I certainly am. And not only that, I want to make sure I'm active. Oh, and quickly, a big shout out to Clint Eastwood. He's just turned 100 as well. The ever-looking man keeps on going, going, and going. So celebrate your birthday, big man, and enjoy that one. Is it Sir? No, it is just Mr. Clint Eastwood. Let's move on. Let's go into our final one for today, which is our adventure stories. Boom, back in it. Here we go, guys. This is freaking awesome. This is one of the things I've loved about Cairns and coming to Cairns. Oh, someone told me to say like that now these days, so I'm just saying like that. Traveling through the world, where is Cairns? So a lot of people do not know, and it's a good reason I've got a map in the background here. So Australia, kind of down the bottom towards the world. Cairns is at the top of Australia-ish, all right, 1,000 kilometers from Cape York, which is the tip, top of Australia. Come down 1,000 kilometers, and it's where the Great Barrier Reef begins. Okay, so you'll see on most maps, the Great Barrier Reef directly out in front of Cairns. It's 40 kilometers out that way. It is an absolute stunning, beautiful, tropical place to come to. Now, the reason I'm talking about Cairns is because they are a bit of an adventure capital. It's one of the places we are offering as far as a 10-day trip to the region, which is absolutely incredible. So you'll get to come here, you'll get to do skydiving, bungee jumping, rafting, jet skiing, canyoning, bus tours. I believe we've got some wakeboarding in there as well. And then we've also got the gym. We've got gym, float, cryotherapy, a couple of health supplement companies in there as well, which is very cool. You know, I diverse. Simply comment down in here. If you'd like to be get into the draw, we're going to draw out a winner from down in the comments. Plus, go on your social media. Every time you do something on fitness, sports, wellness, and adventure, just tag in FFPTravels, and you can potentially go into that main draw for the holiday to either Bali, Dubai, London, or here in Cairns. On to adventure news. Now I diverted. Adventure travel boosts local communities. So this is very, very cool. I love this one. So the ATTA in 2025 shows that 76% of every dollar spent on adventure tourism goes directly to a local service provider, which is amazing. So not the big chains, not the big conglomerates. And I remember this about 5 to 10 years ago. I was talking about it, being like, oh, you know, all these big brands come in with all this corporate money and they take away from the locals themselves. Well, I can tell you right now, these facts are coming out and they are showing that it's changing. So instead of people going with these big brands of the tourist attractions, they're all going with the local providers because they want more, and I'm the same as well, they want more real world connection with the land, the people, and the understanding of what they're going through. So it's very, very cool to see that this is happening. 76% of every dollar spent on adventure tourism is going towards local service providers. Incredible. Okay, so that obviously does matter because we talk about economic crisis, we talk about why you know, the little guy kind of gets pushed out. But because people want real and raw experiences, the local providers are getting more and more, I suppose, of the dollar, of the piece of the pie. And that's fantastic for operators to be able to, one, create a living, one, create jobs, and two, keep things personal. And you see this also on social media as well. They literally, people want to see raw. They don't want to see these fake productions. They like this, this kind of raw, real, what happens. And that's what we're loving about this. And it's kind of been proven here. Again, we're showing things that people get facts on. And so, yeah, it's having a global impact. People want raw and real. It's fast growing. It's growing, and probably they say again, this is kind of about 2030. I don't know if it's just because it's the 2030 thing, but they say by then, 3/4 of the industry will be going towards local providers. So that's pretty cool. It'd be awesome to see. Cool. So just let us know. What do you think on that? Do you think that's a good thing for local communities? Do you book with local service providers instead of the big chains? Check in our comments. Check comments in the comment section. Let us know. All right, moving on. Fitness and adventure and wild experiences, or fitness plus adventure for wild experiences. This is not a mathematical calculation. This is simply something that's going on, and you can see it without even looking. The trends are fitness, go away, bring them together, and what do you get? You get a retreat, don't you? It used to be that a yoga retreat was the one thing you'd go away for, and it was for yogis, very spiritual, very there's a lot of culture behind it as well, actually very holistical. But now these days you're seeing so many more types of experiences. So people are literally going away for a fitness camp. They go train for CrossFit or high rocks, or just to strength train or power train. They go to other countries. They hook up with other gyms. People are offering these 5 to 10 day experiences to go and do fitness, which is crazy. So all in all, the global boom and people combining fitness training with exploration. So it's not just about hitting the gym. So they go, for example, you go, and I actually did one of these in Mount Maunganui back in New Zealand. I took some people away. We went to Mount Maunganui. There was like 17 of us, I think 15 or 17 of us. And what we'd do would be fitness in the morning. We'd be active during the day, play some sport, go on the beach kind of thing. And then we'd do something kind of like mobility, yoga, stretching in the evening. So it was kind of a full day of just moving and being active. And we only did it for like 3 to 4 days. But this was like 10 years ago. So this is pretty crazy. Now I'm looking at this going like, it's become the trend. Maybe I should have carried on. Anyway. Some good examples of this are surf camps in Indonesia, high trail runs in the Alps, like Kathmandu became really popular. Actually, Everest has become hugely popular. Bali's become massively popular. Chiang Mai, Phuket, hugely popular again for going there to do things. People go to French Alps to go cycling. There's so many different yoga retreats still, and it's expanding, which is not just to Asia, but all around the world now, which is crazy cool. South America has a lot more happening down there. And I think with the rise of things like high rocks, Spartan races, CrossFit, you see a lot more people are creating these academies, and so, these training centers. And so they're inviting people to come from overseas into their training center and train with their champions of high rocks or CrossFit, or ninja racing and things like that, Spartan racing. So very, very, very cool there. And it promotes health and fitness. And if you'll see, there's actually a lot more events happening as well. So that's even cooler, as far as you can go any day. You can just pick an event, fitness, cycling, sports, and on any given weekend, there's something happening somewhere. And usually most people these days can afford to travel to these places and just compete. So it's very cool. It's probably not, sorry, I should say everyone, but a lot more people are able to do that. And I think that trend is only going to carry on going up. In fact, I know it is, because we're backing that to happen, and that's what we're promoting with FFP as well. So let us know, are you one of those people that's traveled for a retreat? Have you gone for a sports competition? Have you gone to do some kind of training, fitness camp, academy in another country? Let us know where you went and how the experience was. Where did you go? Let us know. Put it in the comment sections down below. Okay, third and final for this one is micro adventures. So I've just kind of talked about how people travel overseas. Well, actually, it's happening inside your own countries as well. It's been around from Dubai, like even in Australia, like Dubai is very fitness orientated now. Australia has always been sports orientated. They're so into their outdoors, they're so into activity, so into moving. Micro adventures, and I'm talking about, you go for an overnight trek. In fact, I saw someone running the other day. It was Saturday day, and we're driving back from a swim in the rainforest. And this guy was just running along the road, and we were like, "Oh, that's random." Anyway, we ended up going back past him. Maybe it would have been about 2.5 hours later. And so, yeah, drove past him the second time. I was like, oh, it's the same guy. And he's still running. And so we pulled over, asked him, mate, what are you doing? And he goes, oh, I'm just going for a run. And I'm like, oh, okay, where are you going? And anyway, when he told us the distance, like it's going from one hill to another hill and then back out to home. And the total distance would have been 100 plus kilometers easily. And he was still running towards the second peak. And it was still like, it was 5:30 at night. So it's about to get dark, but he was about to run up this peak at night. And he would, I guarantee he would have been running all night, 100%. So people are going out and they're just randomly doing adventures, either by themselves or with a group. In fact, Dylan, I had Dylan on from Ultra. He went and did a 100-kilometer run back in Dubai. Why he did it, I don't remember why exactly, to be honest, because he just loves doing it. He loves ultras. And so he got into that and he went into, and it's again, so it's just, there's more facts coming out and showing that it's becoming more, knowing that people are just doing these things. So here's something from the UK. Micro adventures are short, low-cost adventures people take care of, like sunrise hike, overnight camps, biking to nearby towns, and it's been popularized in the UK by an adventurer called Alistair Humphreys. But they say that he was, I'm not sure how they say he was the first, but you know, the British love to claim some stuff, so they've claimed Alistair as the reason that now we all go and do these adventures as well. So thanks, Alistair, really appreciate that, mate. It does obviously matter because everything we've talked about today kind of comes together as far as active living, longevity, strength training for being more active, going on adventures overseas, staying home and doing adventures around the home, and keeping it all nice and tight. As far as if you can't afford to go places, that's cool. You don't need to go far. You don't need to pay for flights. You can simply step out your door and go for an adventure. And that's exercise, that's fitness, that's looking after the body, that's looking after the mind, more importantly as well. And so we encourage everybody to go out to these micro adventures. I absolutely love them. I just like to start running and we'll see where we end up. That's just me, but I know there's a lot more people out there like that. And that is what FFP is about. Discover, explore, and connect together. That's where the world meets. That's where the world comes together. So FFP, if you haven't already, make sure you do follow us. That brings us to the end of the wellness news. You should have commented in the comment section. Hopefully you have. And tomorrow we'll draw out a winner to go into the main draw for those holiday for to either Bali, London, Dubai, or here into Cairns. So yeah, if you want to find out more about the tour, like the map's kind of behind us as well, looking at that one, the FFP World Tour, go to ffpworldtour.com. That's our website. It talks about the tour and where we're going to highlight a different destination every month throughout 2020. Well, actually, it's going to be continuous, but 2026 is our inaugural year. We're going to start off with at least spotlighting one city every month over 10 days. The fitness, the sports, the wellness, and the adventure in that city, okay? So for example, when we've got some pretty cool cities lined up, we're looking onboarding providers at the moment. So if you'd like to get involved with that as a provider, as a professional, or you're just excited about it as an enthusiast, tag in your favorite place, tag in your favorite providers, tag in your favorite adventures, or your favorite people, tag in FFPTravels as well. And then, yeah, we can find out more about them. And not only that, you can go into the draw potentially to win a trip to Dubai, London, Cairns, or Bali. So that's super cool as well. If you are looking for adventures, you can go to ffptravels.com as well. And you can find more about the services in different areas. It is only just started off. We are just onboarding at the moment. Providers are coming on by the day, so keep a lookout for that. Not officially supposed to launch until 2026, but as you can see, there are a few things on there at the moment. You can find out more what to do, especially around Cairns and Dubai and little bits of New Zealand as well. So very, very cool on that side. And the last thing is, are you following FFPTravels? Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that follow button so you get notifications. We are live every morning if you're in the UAE at 9 a.m. or if you're in Australia at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. If you're in New Zealand, it's a little bit later, 5 p.m. If you're in Los Angeles, it's 10 p.m. If you're in the UK, it's around 6 a.m. in the morning. Whew! Big show today, but we're really going to get better and better, so get involved with us. We're going to have some special guests on here as well. We're going to bring in guests as we grow, cover the organizations, a few experts. They're going to be coming on regularly, so they keep you informed and updated. But from the team at FFPTravels, discover, explore, and connect together. See you next time.
Get ready for the world's greatest adventure. the FFP World Tour 2026. A year-long journey to 36 destinations packed with fitness, sports, wellness, and unforgettable adventures. Each destination will be under the spotlight. 10 days of activations, events, challenges, and your chance to connect with like-minded people. The tour is led by the Chief Adventure Officer, who will travel the world for 12 months, discovering, exploring, and sharing the best experiences along the way. The CAO will be joined by 100 ambassadors throughout the world to connect with the people and inspire their city. Want to get involved? Simply register as a user or a member on our website or tag FFPTravels when posting content of the places you visit and the people you meet. It's that easy. This is more than just a tour. This is the world's greatest adventure. Get ready for the world's greatest adventure. The FFP World Tour 2026. A year-long journey to 36 destinations packed with fitness, sports, wellness, and unforgettable adventures. Each destination will be under the spotlight. 10 days of activations, events, challenges, and your